So thanks for that, and I think this is nice because from a classroom environment, I kind of remind myself of my teacher. So everyone in front here, I can probably check if you're falling asleep, and I'll have to use my peripherals to catch the people on the right. I'm going to go ahead and click here into the demo, and that looks about great. So from a demo standpoint, again, yeah, I've been in these demonstrations before, and I don't want to drill into a technical functionality of this application.
Michael. We want to see something exciting. We've all come out this morning. It's a cloudy morning. Show us something exciting. Are you going to show us something exciting?
So what I do want to show, if Will lets me, is an idea of this marketing application and how it relates to this new frontier in database marketing. So from a demo, what I hope that you get taken away is I want to show you at a high level this idea of combining explicit and implicit data in one database. So explicit data is what you're probably familiar with demographics, what industry is the company in, what an individual's title might be, how many employees they have. And then implicit data is more of that campaign behavior that Will was talking about before. So did someone click a link in an email? What are they doing on my website? Which advertisements that I might be running on a publisher did they click into? And then what was their behavior post-click? So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and then I want to talk about, from a marketing automation database, from Marketo standpoint, how we can integrate that in with your CRM. So how we can take the customer data with that behavioral data and really get some great insights that allow us to see more of what campaign behaviors are really affecting my acquisition rates, or which campaign behaviors are indicating that someone might churn in the future. Which of my customers are exhibiting behavior on my website, which gives me insight that there might be an upsell or a cross-sell opportunity that I should look into. And then finally, all of this sophisticated automation, as Will alluded to earlier, that it's put into an actual interface that I myself, from a marketing standpoint, can use and can navigate. And it's the ease of use, it's the ease of navigation that I think Marketo has been so successful with. And they built it on the same tenets that companies like an eBay or an Amazon.com did with e-commerce, or as Brad talked about earlier, where Salesforce has been so successful in the CRM space, is moving these applications to the cloud and making them really easy to use so you can actually get the data out of it. And in Marketo, they've been able to do it and divide it up into 4 key sections. So the first one is this area of marketing activities. So this is where you look into automating some marketing processes, whether it's your scoring, your nurturing, or kind of trigger automations, email campaigns that you might be sending out, those SMSs that we talked about. Then your design studio. So this is where you're going to be managing all of your creative assets, whether it is the agency managing it on the client's behalf and putting their creative in, or whether you have your own internal creative department running it out of the design studio. Third section being this lead database section, where you can manage your entire database, manage your CRM information with that integration, and then run all of your segmentation based on that explicit and implicit behaviors. And then finally, this idea of analytics, which is obviously the core of the application, which really gives you more insight into your campaign effectiveness and your campaign ROI, so you can start justifying your budget.
Now, Michael, everyone in this room is a marketer, right? So this is the most important. This is the most important bit. You know, how can we measure our campaigns through multiple channels, and what level of insight can we get? You know, talk to me about what we can get out of this thing.
Sure, absolutely. So again, I'm in a web interface here, so I'm going to click into the analytics section. And from an analytics standpoint, there's a variety of different reports that you'd probably want to run. So first you have your acquisition reporting. Reports that might be in here, how many leads did I create for the month? What was the source of those leads? What channel are they coming from? Which one of my marketing campaigns is actually becoming the most successful? Which one of my paid display advertisements or my paid search is actually leading to the most revenue? Then you have kind of your email reporting, which is more the deliverability rates of all the emails that you're sending. What's the open rate of an email that I have? What was the click-through rate of that email? How many people unsubscribed from that email? And then finally, this idea of the web reporting. So post-click behavior, people on my website, how many pages are they viewing? And what is the behavior that they're displaying once they're on the actual site?
So is this like my Google Analytics? Is this where I'm getting access to my Omniture data? What is this? Is this my web analytics part? What is it?
Similar. So how does marketing, how do you use Omniture or Google Analytics today?
Well, as a marketer, I'll run a campaign, and I'll send out a bunch of emails, and then I'll take my log into Google Analytics and look at the increase in traffic, and then make the correlation of that email having an impact of traffic. Just like, isn't that how we all do it?
Yeah. So absolutely. So Omniture and Google Analytics, they're really good at that. They're really good at providing aggregate insight on how many people are visiting your site. What's your bounce rate? Which page is providing the biggest bounce rate? Where Marketo kind of takes it a step further is with that tracking code. So I take that same email that Will sent, and I'll be able to track that post-click behavior. So I send out an email to someone in the audience, and you click a link on that email, and that drives you towards my landing page. Now, I can take all of that behavior, and if I click into the report here, it's just my web page activity report. So if I click into the report, I'm going to get the same sort of data that I would see in Omniture. So if you see it here up on the screen, I'll get some anonymous data, and those will be individuals that I haven't tagged in a particular campaign yet. But then I'll also get all of my known leads. So these are known visitors that are coming from my site that they actually clicked on a campaign, and I can see that actual individual's post-click behavior. So why this is huge is you can start doing segmentation on it. So not only can you see the insight into the behaviors that an individual might have that leads to higher conversions or leads to higher acquisition or might be churn indicators, but you can drill down into the individual level and you can start doing segmentation on it. So I can look at one of the individuals here, I can click into their behavior, and then I can tailor a message for that individual based on their behavior.
So does that mean that, so is all this data in one location? And it sounds very hard. It sounds very hard as a marketer did you have this preset report, or is this our live instance?
No, this is our live instance. So actually, what I can do from a segmentation standpoint is within a matter of clicks as well, one database, I'm able to do all of my segmentation in that second section that I talked about in the lead database. And as long as the Sydney Hilton provides me with great internet access, I'll be able to click and for example, I could create a smart list based on the segmentation. So Marketo has the ability to do segmentation on a list that we just provided. So all I have to do is name this smart list, and I'll call it Will's Smart List.
I like that. Smart list.
And what you're doing here is you're running a live query on your customer information, your explicit data, along with your implicit data. So on the right-hand side, I'm able to see all the filters that I have. And from a demographic standpoint, maybe I just want to see, let's say, the state. So I just want to see people in New South Wales. Maybe I'm going to run an event in Sydney. And what's huge to note here is if I was to do this in a marketing automation database in the past, I would probably call one of my IT guys and I'd have them write the code, or I'd talk to my data planner to run this segmentation. New frontier in database marketing, this is all drag and drop. This is what a marketer can use on a daily basis. So I'm going to put in here a filter on my state. So I've got my demographic information, but then we want to talk about that implicit data. So we want to talk about behaviors. So if I look here, I can say, okay, maybe I want to see all the individuals in New South Wales that filled out a form on my website. Or maybe I want to see all the people who clicked on a particular link. I want to see the actual paid display that they clicked on. Or finally, maybe I just want to see, let's see how many individuals from New South Wales have visited my website. So I can do that by the unique individual page. So if I open up this scroll bar, what it will do is it will query every single website that I have, or every single web page that I have under my domain, as well as all the landing pages that I've created or that your agency has created for you. And as long as you have that Marketo code on there, you can actually track the individuals who are going to that site. In this case, maybe I don't care what website it is, but maybe I say anyone who's coming to my site, any of my pages whatsoever. And then finally, along with visiting the web page, you can add a constraint in there. So maybe I wanted to see if a lot of people are doing social media today. Maybe I want to see, show me all the people in social media. Will, if you're following them on Twitter, seems to tweet once every 10 minutes or so. So I want to see, all right, Will spending all of his time on Twitter for our company, how many people is this actually leading to getting to our site?